today on our Dear Claire series, I'm talking about breakers. So, what you guys want to know about is what kills the transaction, right? So, there's a lot of things that can happen, and I kind of was afraid of doing this video just to give you an idea because there's so many ways to Sunday that things could go wrong, and frankly, I don't even want to tell you about all of the things that could go wrong. But we're going to do everything we can to make sure that it goes right. But I have to review with you what the 5 ways are, the 5 things that we focus on for due diligence, and those are the things that turn up all the bugs under the rocks that you might not be willing to deal with. So, bugs on the rocks, or bugs under the rocks. Once we get the property that you're interested in purchasing into contract, we're going to do a bunch of inspections. And in those inspections, there's always going to be a bunch of stuff that's wrong with the property, just the way this goes. So there's going to be maybe a buried oil tank, maybe a high radon level, which causes lung cancer that needs to be mitigated. Maybe it's a roof that's leaking that you didn't notice because it hasn't actually gotten to the ceiling yet. Perhaps it's a chimney that has rain falling into it because it has no cap. Now, all of these things have different prices attached with fixing them, and some of them are going to be easier, some of them are going to be more difficult. In every case, there's always a solution. It's whether the 2 parties can agree on the solution is the problem. So, for instance, one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize and that has become the most typical deal breaker is actually timing. And that's one that's much harder to fix. You know, if we've got a leaking oil tank and it costs $3,500 to get it, usually in a transaction that's $500 million, you can work out who's going to pay for it and get it taken care of. The situation that's hard to figure out is, hey, I need to be in my house until the end of June because I've got to stay at home with my kids, or I need a place to live. I just moved here and I need to move in at the end of May. Those are hard, much difficult things to actually resolve because that's a situation where there might not be a solution. So timing is a big one, and it's a harder one to fix. Job loss, especially now with COVID, it's a reality. Unfortunately for a lot of people, if you lose your job and you can't find another job in the time period that it takes to close on your new home, you can get out of the transaction and get your earnest money back. So that's the side. Let's see. Title report. That's another one that's a weird one. So in the world of real estate, I can attach a lien to the house, and it primarily goes with the house, not with the person. So for instance, you might find that I have back child support against my home. And when you go to buy my house, there's $1 million worth of back child support that needs to be paid. It's probably going to happen, right? So that would definitely be a situation where we wouldn't be able to figure it out and we wouldn't be able to resolve it. And by all the things I'm giving you as examples are real life examples that have actually come up. I actually opened an email one day and saw someone's child support that said $1 million, and it was child support that needed to be paid. Obviously, in that instance, hopefully it's a mistake. If it's a mistake, then it's easy enough to fix. If it's real, that's going to be a very difficult thing to figure out. Sometimes there's still a workaround, but in that instance, there wasn't. But all of these things aside, with the five of due diligence that we typically always do on properties. So the title report, home inspection, the loan financing, the appraisal, and the seller's property disclosures. So in all of those instances, or if all of these things come up and we figure it out, we can't come up with a solution, you can get out and get your earnest money back. And it's sad and frustrating, but you don't lose your earnest money and you can move on with your life. Anyways, there's all kinds of horror stories to tell you all about. I'll save that another day. I hope you guys are all staying sane. And of course, tune in next week, or comment below if you have anything you'd like me to in future, dear Claires. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will be posting more information there. I hope you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.